have we become too quick to judge people where we just think it's a birthright, whereas it's okay for me to come out and say that, hey, if you play such a particular mythological or a pure role as they're calling it, you're not allowed to do X, Y, Z.
So first of all, there's two things. There are human beings and then there are trolls, okay? Trolls have the moral and the social conscience of a coaster. You can do anything and a troll will come out and get you because that's literally their full daytime job. They sit online and they say, what is that we can do? The other issue here is there is a morality issue, right? This Ma Vaishno Devi character being in possession of drugs is a legal issue, right? That one focuses on is absolutely true. But to troll her because she plays a certain character on screen, you don't need level 2 to be able to say that what she's doing is wrong, right? So if this human being, not the actor, not the personality she plays, the human being doing something illegal is a legal issue. That, of course, I don't think any of us will advocate the fact that, she should be doing drugs because she shouldn't. But the fact that we're trolling her because she plays a character, now that's different. Here's the other problem. Trolls trolling someone is not the issue of that someone. Trolls trolling someone is the issue of the troll. You could be doing anything. And here's the other thing. You're a journalist. I'm a presenter. But the whole day, these are parts of our job. She does, this particular actor we're talking about.
Absolutely.
She does not go to bed wearing the clothes of Ma Vaishno Devi. That's an actor who takes off her costume when she goes home. If what she was doing here was something which was legal, nobody else would have an issue. Here, that's an illegal issue. But the trolls, unka to bijara kaam hi hai, that's whole system. The other thing about what you said, in this case, and what Mr. Menon says so rightly, we generally have an issue about the fact that we troll women for everything, If an actor is shirtless, he becomes a demigod. When an actress is wearing a bikini top, she's being trolled. I remember when Priyanka Chopra was sitting with Mr. Modi, nobody talked about the fact that this particular actress was bringing so much to the table. We could only focus about the fact that you were not listening to this intellectual conversation. You were focusing on the fact that she was wearing a skirt, if I'm not wrong with that. So I think the fact is we give too much attention to these people, and I hope we come to a point where the trolls are outnumbered by people like you and me. As far as your actual mudda of the show goes about how actors are in real life, there are very few people, actors, who get to roughly play themselves. For me and my sexuality, I've played a lot of characters who might be gay and bisexual. But very often now when I play a straight character, people troll me for the fact that, oh, but you're lying on screen. When I'm like, guys, I'm an actor. I'm getting paid to play that part. I'm not really making out with these people. So I think very often, as even Arun Govind had famously talked about the fact that, when he played Bhagwan Ram, he would just be worshipped as a person when he went to people where he'd be touching their feet. So I think our audiences have still not become...
That's exactly my point, Paris, that, in India, because the kind of fan following that we have, because, traditionally, especially some of these Hindi, soap stars, because they've been projected in this larger-than-life portrait, and especially for these characters from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, they're actually seen as gods for them because we can't see anybody else. So these are people who we actually will pray to. Is it also then a flip side of the audience actually being way too involved with the programs that we're making? Because remember, at the end of the day, this is just entertainment where, you're doing this for a, salary, or you're doing this for a certain amount. You're doing this as your professional life, which means it is just one part of your life. And that's what the audience sometimes probably refuses or somehow completely misses the point in terms of accepting it, that this is just maybe a fictionalized version of what we are seeing or one part of the actor's life.
That's the thing, because a lot of these actors, when they go, and that's the funny part, when they're on a set, they, in all this finery and jewelry and this and that, it's not that the audiences are not willing to accept it. I already sometimes feel that people are just naive. And I think that part of the demographic, the grassroots, which is the tier 3, tier 4 cities, when they're watching it, they're not able to have the disconnect between the actor and the character that they're playing. It's extremely simple as that. Alok Nath, he's a regular guy because he was playing these characters. He's not always sitting in, with the tika on his matha and whatnot. I actually like the radical version of Alok Nath so much more because it's kind of cooler. But the fact is, to hold this particular actor accountable for being in possession of drugs, allegedly, if it's been proven, I don't know, that itself is a legal issue. And that's perfectly fine for people to have a comment on, not trolls, but to have a legal commentary on that, a social-political commentary on that is perfectly fine. But to go out and troll her because she's playing Ma Vaishno Devi, and then how can you do it? Now see, that in any case about drugs in this country is a problem. We've got a grey area. The moment, we've been talking about how when you look at the possession of drugs, there is a religious aspect to it, which is okay. But when it's not religious, it's not okay. There is a grey area there. So in this case, I think we're just quick to troll because we have nothing else to do with sitting at home. But that is inacceptable. That's not all right.
Paras, now, of course, most of the times when we see these things, we just ignore it. At least people like me and you and the others on the panel, because we think that it's a complete waste of time. These are faceless people. They'll actually never have the power to actually do this in real life. So we completely ignore it. But that brings me to the other question, that is the ignorance also giving them the power that we're actually seeing them become so powerful and actually so big in numbers today?
Yeah, I'm 100%. You said it right, because we're very quick to be like, we're like, these are uneducated people. They're faceless roles. They have no place. Our assumption is the fact that the things that these people are doing behind the keyboard in a room which probably has no light. I picture like trolls being in a very dingy atmosphere for some strange reason. The assumption is the fact that if these people came face to face with us, they will not have the verbal powers to be able to sort of replicate the same emotion. Now, why that is true, and the fact is, like what you earlier said in the broadcast, when you block one troll account, they simply go out and create another. But the trouble with this is, and this is as somebody who's been in the public eye for a couple of years now, my assumption was earlier that trolls were uneducated people. But now when you hear the language and when you see what they're saying, these are probably people like you and me who are actually not trolls, but who are haters who go under the garb of that. Now, the larger question that you're really asking is, are we then deeply empowering these people by simply sort of giving them so much credit and discussing what they always do? Yes, but the thing is, being in the public eye, like Mr. Menon said, it's easier said than done to not have an opinion, because every small thing that you're going to do. Now, for example, there was a particular actress who cut a cake which was in the shape of the male reproductive organ. For any other birthday party, any other bachelorette party, that would be normal. But because she plays a certain character on screen, people are like, oh my God, how can you do this? Cakes like that are probably funny, naughty, but that's a deeply personal event, which if she was not an actress, you would have seen it on 3-4 people's Instagram for their own social circle. But because you're a public figure now, you're not entitled to do anything that anyone else does. And let's face it, this country, we're a country who loves making babies. Our birth rate is testimony to the fact that we're obviously adding.
And you know what this actually leads to, Paras? This actually leads to the sense of conversations that are seen in our households also. Because we make these conversations so normal, where we actually target these people on a public platform. These are the kind of conversations that filter down within the households as well. So if you look at, especially to your grandparents' generation, who actually, follow most of these, Hindi soaps or, these television serials, because they feel that these conversations are okay there, they feel that they should be followed in real life as well, which means you actually go 10 steps backwards in the kind of progress that you probably would be making otherwise in our life.